Welcome to this OCR Cambridge Technicals Level 3 video on information technology. In this video we're looking at Unit 6 and its criteria Merit 2, conduct a feasibility study of different solutions for the client requirements. So this is kind of backpedaling a little bit because before you made your application, before you made your app, your solution, really you should have conducted a feasibility study. So you might find that you want to complete M2 after you've done P2. Although you can still complete it afterwards, you won't lose any marks for that. A feasibility study is basically a comparison of different areas that might affect the project, and these areas, for example cost, can decide whether or not it's feasible to continue with the project. So for example, if we consider cost, if it was going to cost £10 million for you to develop this app, then actually that's not really feasible, and it wouldn't be worth doing. If it was going to require you to learn a new skill or learn how to program, which was going to take you at least 3 years, then again that's not a feasible solution. So what you want to do in this is provide evidence of how you've considered the different strands of the feasibility study, which we'll look at in a minute, and how different solutions would kind of be better or worse, complement or provide issues within those different feasibility study strands. Let's have a look at those feasibility strands then. So in the unit guide on page 4, the feasibility study is under 2.4, and these are the strands that I was just referring to. So when you're thinking about your solution to the project, you want to think about the technological requirements. Is it going to require a very expensive device? Is it going to require everybody to have a particular set of hardware or software installed on their computer? We've already talked about costs, but what are the financial or economic costs of developing the model? What are the legal issues? Okay, is there anything legally you have to consider? One nice easy one to start you off is to think about the images. If you've looked at the P5 video, you will see that there's images of things like salt and sugar, milk, coffee, tea. Are they copyrighted? Is that going to cause a problem to develop that? Operational impact. What's going to be the impact of creating this in terms of operations, people using it? Is it going to require you to employ new people? Is it going to have some servers to run on, and so on? And then what about scheduling and resources? Okay, how long is it going to take you to develop it? It might be a fantastic idea, but is it going to take you 6 years to bring it out to fruition and to actually create this? So again, a table is quite a nice solution for this. Create a table with the different feasibility areas, and then across the top list or put the headings of the different solutions that you could use, and then basically discuss the positives and the negatives. Let's have a look at a student's example. So here we go. Down the left hand side we've got the different feasibility strands, and then we've got the different solutions. So the solution this student's used is coding an app in Python, so P5. If you've watched that, then you'll know what I mean. The second solution they suggest is you could use Unity. This is a 3D animation software, often used in games. That might be an option. And then we've got Unreal Engine, again also Epic Games is 3D game engine software. So these are the three different possible solutions, and then what the student does is he looks through and comments on the positive and negatives of each. So if we look at cost, it's a nice easy one. Python is free and widely known by programmers, so the cost for development may be lower than other programming languages. Great. Unreal Engine is free to run, and there are many assets in this asset store that are free. However, high-spec PC is needed to run the software, and it's a very demanding software. So this is actually a negative. What I would do is anything that's negative or unbeneficial is I would score out in red. And what we then do is we build up an overview of the feasibility of running the project using the different solutions. If we have another look at another student's, same thing. Legal issues, data Protection Act, GDPR. Make sure if you decide to store any data, it's compliant with the Data Protection Act. Most of these are the same across all of them because they are the legal constraints. So nice easy one to do. make sure obviously that your solution is the most feasible. The students here have used Python to create an app, therefore the Python is the most beneficial. Okay, it meets the feasibility study demands in the best way, and it's there to show the different, or the consideration of what the benefits and the problems are, the limitations of using other software, or in this case using PowerPoint to create the app. Okay, not too bad, that one. Last video is going to be M3. Thanks for watching.